let's move on. We had some big news. Lots of news dropped last week. Dana White fucking turned on the IG Live and went crazy.
What ham, dog.
So let's just do it like this, because I'm just gonna roll down the in order. All right, kind of in chronological order of what we're gonna see first, of what he announced, and so on. So obviously, March 22nd in London, England, was Leon Edwards, Jack Della Maddalena. That is now Leon Edwards, Sean Brady. Sean Brady stepping in to fight Leon Edwards because they moved JDM to fight at UFC 315 in Canada. I don't see a specific date for that set, but it will be May, I'm assuming, against Bilal Muhammad for the belt, for the welterweight belt. Shavkat's hurt, can't compete. JDM gets the strap. But the big news from that whole IG Live experience was in the featherweight division, I think, for sure. Right? Would you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely big news.
So, Ilia Topuria relinquishes the featherweight belt, steps away, moves up to 155 pounds, moves up to lightweight, says he thinks he's cemented his legacy, which I know you don't like, cemented his legacy at featherweight, but really doesn't want to cut the weight anymore, wants to move up to lightweight, so he doesn't want to hold the division up. So he relinquishes the belt. UFC 314 in Miami, Florida, which is in April, will be headlined by Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes for the UFC Undisputed Featherweight Gold.
Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big fight. We'll have to see. Nothing is really official for what Topuria will do next. Obviously, he's going to fight at lightweight, but Dana kind of said, Islam isn't guaranteed, so it could be fucking Charles, dude, or
Charles, Dustin.
Yeah, could be Charles, could be Dustin. Obviously, he beat Max. Justin Gaethje is fighting Dan Hooker, so it's not going to be them. I mean, you'd think it'd have to be. It could be. Fucking what's his name? Who just backed out of the lightweight title fight against Islam? Yeah, maybe him versus Arman Sarukian.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that fight to me doesn't really sell quite as well, though, as if you did Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira.
Oh, 100%.
If you did Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, I think that's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's a bonkers fight.
Yeah. That might be the biggest fight you could make aside from him and Islam.
Sure.
Like, I would say that's probably bigger than him versus
Dustin.
Yeah.
But even that's a baller ass fight too.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die.
Yeah. So they announced he relinquished. He'll be at lightweight. So UFC 314, you get Volk versus Diego Lopes. They also announced Michael Chandler fighting Paddy Pimblett as the co-main event. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Pratis.
Yup.
We saw the Fighting Nerds teammate Gene Silva last night, which we talked in depth about. So Carlos Pratis fights at UFC 314 against Jeff Neal. Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson.
Such a message.
Yeah, even I know this is like, women's MMA, dude, but Jan Zalnan versus Verna Jandiroba.
It's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Jan beats her ass though.
Yeah, well,
you can only get away with seeing out of one eye for so long.
and then Jim Miller, Chase Hooper.
That's for the people, dude. That's for America.
Why are they setting Chase Hooper up to retire all these guys? He just beat Clay Guida. Clay Guida retires.
Because he's the next version of them.
He's about to beat the fuck out of Jim Miller. Jim Miller will retire.
Hey, hold on. Hold the fuck up. I don't know, dude. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's about to beat the fuck out of Jim Miller. Because Jim Miller ain't no bitch.
Yeah, you saw what Bobby Green did to him, though, dude. And Bobby Green ain't nothing. Bobby Green's a scrapper, but Bobby Green's not.
But I wouldn't go as far to say he's going to beat the shit out of Jim Miller. Clay Guida, that dude is fell off the planet. He Tony Ferguson, but Jim Miller did not do that, dude.
Yeah. Mitch Raposa also on that card.
I think it'd be fucking awesome if Jim Miller went out there and knocked out Chase Hooper and went out on a fucking win against that guy.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
How much money you want to bet on that?
That Jim Miller knocks him out and goes.
No, I guarantee you Chase Hooper beats him.
He may. I mean, I could see it. Right. But I think it would be really cool that if Jim Miller beats him.
No chance. There's a 0% chance.
I don't say 0% chance.
Yep, 0%, dude. Put your money on it, dude.
No, it's a fucking 47-year-old against a 20-year-old. No.
But anyway, like I said, Mitch Raposa also on UFC 314, made his UFC debut last year in Atlantic City. Obviously, on short notice, was supposed to be on Contender Series. Took a fight 2 weeks' notice, lost the decision.
Against a savage, too.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted, folks.
True. Yeah. So Mitch Raposa now coming back against a guy from China, Muderhi, I guess is how you say that shit. I don't know. But he's from China, Mitch Raposa, Miami, UFC 314. But yeah, Diego Lopez, Volk. Awesome. Yeah, and then I don't know. This is really gonna.
Volk. Please don't do it.
This is really going to be the test for Volk. Like, I mean, if Lopez goes out there and finishes him, listen, I love Diego Lopez, as does everyone, I think.
Sure.
And I know it was on hours notice and all that, but, winning a decision against Dan Ige isn't great.
No.
He did beat
Volk lose, and then I don't want people to tarnish his legacy, man. I really don't, and they're going to so bad.
He's hanging on too long. That's what happens.
It's fucking bad, man. He should be the featherweight GOAT, but if he keeps losing, dude, he's going to fall victim to the Anderson Silva shit, to the you should have left when you were on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, so I say what I say about Diego Lopez and the Dan Ige thing. I know Lopez beat Brian Ortega, beat Dan Ige, but by decision, not, was a great fight, but not, I don't know. I think there's a lot of holes in Diego Lopez's game. Yeah. No disrespect to him, big fan. I think there's a lot of holes in his game. There are
definitely holes in the game.
There is, obviously. A clear way that Volk, could outclass him and beat him. But obviously Volk's chin is questionable.
He should have stopped, dude. After the Yair fight, dude, when he lost to Islam, when he had his chance to go do the double champ and he lost, he should have came back and he defended his title, his featherweight title one more time, proved he was the best featherweight in the world. And then he should have just fucking stopped, dude. He should have never tried to go for the double champ again. That was the start of his fucking. That was the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah, it's definitely started the downward skid.
He should have just stepped away.
Sure,
should have just stepped away right there.
It's hard to step away when you're on top, and he beat the shit out of Yair Rodriguez. That fight wasn't even close.
Man, I know, but he was but that would have set up for Max not going up. That would have set up for Max versus somebody for it could have been Max versus Ilya for the interim at that time. Could have been man, dude, fucking sucks to see, dude. I really hope he doesn't lose and then just go on a 3-loss skid and then tarnish his whole featherweight legacy, and then people will just forever look at him as the guy who got knocked out by Ilya.
I think it's already happening.
I hate that, dude.
I think it's already happening. But yeah, I mean, like we kind of went down the announcements for 314. Super exciting as shit, man. That's in April. That's going to be awesome. 315 Bilal Muhammad JDM in Canada. Awesome. I hope JDM beats him. I don't know, though. Bilal is really good at winning decisions,
It's
so
in
good for
Canada,
him.
so this is definitely fair playing field for both fighters.
True.
There'll be no. This is at 2 in the 4 in the morning fight like it was in
True.
the UK. Like,
True. Yeah.
this is a good chance for JDM to put on a show and outstrike Bilal Muhammad, but
yeah, we'll see. They also announced the co-main of UFC 315, Valentina Shevchenko against Manon Fiorot.
Love it.
Aside from Shevchenko Wei Li, I mean, this is the fight we've been waiting to hear about in that women's division for sure. So awesome. I kind of hope Valentina wins so we can see the Valentina Wei Li fight.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Gilbert Burns back in that, and then you got Grasso against your girl Natalia Silva.
Give me it. Yeah.
So some
Title
really,
run,
dude. I mean, I'm assuming those will both be on the main card. Those are two of the highest level women's MMA fights you can make at the moment on the main card of UFC 315. Hell yeah, women's MMA.
Love it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome. Marc-Andre Barriault. Yeah, nothing else crazy on that. I don't think there was anything else, that has been announced that we didn't already know about. The Mexico City fight night at the end of March, obviously Brandon Moreno, Steve Erceg. That was a different opponent initially, I think, right?
Almabayev.
Now Almabayev is fighting Manel Cape because that was supposed to be Brandon Royval, right?
Yep.
So Almabayev fights Manel Cape this Saturday.
I have a feeling the winner of this fight is going to fight Pantoja.
Probably, and if Manel Cape goes out and does what he did last time, his last fight, and he does that against Almabayev and then calls Pantoja out again, I think it's a layup.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This fight right here, I think, is this setup for who's fighting Pantoja next.
Yeah, I agree. But other than that, I mean, this upcoming Saturday, March 1st, you have Manel Cape, Almabayev. I'm excited to see that fight. But other than that, it's a Cody Brundage main event.
You're not excited for a Cody Brundage main event or co-main event?
Here's what I will say, though. Low key, Haqparast versus Ribovics is gonna be a banger fight. That's gonna be a banger fight. So that's next week. That's on the main card. But I mean, dude, other than that, it's rough. It's rough.
See, dude, make this fight matchmaking make sense, dude. Why is the co-main event Cody Brundage versus Julian Marquez, and the starting fight of the night is the number 12 ranked flyweight? Make it make fucking sense.
Yeah, Charles Johnson is the opening fight of the night.
Why? Why is the only ranked guy outside of the main event starting the card?
Yeah, it is weird. It is
dumb,
really weird.
Dude.
Probably, I would have to say, I don't know. Could be who's on TV, who's not on TV. So maybe there's some people here they want to showcase for whatever reason.
I'd love for them to showcase Cody Brundage, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cody Brundage, Julian Marquez as a co-main event is disgusting. We are big on more events. We always have been on that side of the argument. Like more events. They have all these fighters. Like, I want to be able to watch UFC every weekend. This is probably one that you didn't need to make. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you probably could have sprinkled these fights in somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this one didn't need to happen.
I mean, the Manel Cape Asu Almabayev fight is a great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Fight. It could be a potential title eliminator. That is. That's fire.
I didn't think about Kai Kara France. He's probably fighting Pantoja next.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So this fight is probably the winner. The winner's going to probably fight the next person, whoever wins.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this is next week. This is just absolutely horrendous. But then, we are officially less than 2 weeks out from UFC 313, March 8th in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. A lot of people worried about Pereira, dude. He's been all over the place. Doesn't seem like he's really in a serious training camp.
He shut that shit up. He made a clip and was like, DC, I'm in the gym. What are you talking about?
Okay, I didn't see that.
You didn't? Yeah,
Nah.
he did. He shut all them people up.
A lot of people skeptical, man. I mean, listen, if he goes out and loses, they're going to be saying, he's out here fucking sucking Nina Drama's tit, dude. He's not taking this shit serious. What's he doing? But if he goes out there and knocks Ankalaev out, it's going to be like, shut the fuck up. Don't ever question him again.
Exactly.
But co-main event 2 weeks from now, UFC 313, Justin Gaethje, Dan Hooker.
Man, that's a war, bro.
Jalen Turner, Bahamondes, Amanda Lemos, Lucindo. I like that fight too. Women's MMA, baby. Let's go.
Shouldn't be on the main card though.
Why not? Who's behind it? Who's Curtis Blades, Rizvan Kuniev? Nah. Bruno Silva, Josh Van.
Yeah. Could easily.
What do you mean? Lemos and Lucinda are 5-7, dude.
Man, they should be starting the early prelims out, dog. No, I'm just kidding, but
yeah, come on, bro.
They did that because they didn't have any women's MMA in the next two main cards, so they're like, we have to put one in there.
That's a good fight at strawweight. That's a fucking good fight at strawweight, dude. That's a good fight at strawweight. UFC 313.
Lucinda wins. Lee must lose this.
Yeah, I like Lucinda. She's been looking really well. So, but that's that. That's kind of a close look at some of the upcoming events. We, I think, are going to try to do an episode next week. I think you guys recorded from the hotel room. Nick and Joel won't be. They'll be on the road next weekend, so our recording schedule is kind of up in the air right now. But we'll try to figure something out so we can get a decent preview of UFC 313 a week, for the fight week, the week that it happens.
We'll be recording Thursday.
Yeah, maybe we'll put out something. But yeah, I think bring a couple old mics, set the phone up. We'll do what we got to do. We'll make it happen. But yeah, that's that. Anything else before we sign off and get out of here?
No. Now that I'm done talking about fighting for the day, it's time to go do shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. I got so much shit to do.
I know. Sundays always come too quickly. Tomorrow is Monday, back to work. But the best part about Mondays is you get to listen to brand new episodes of Over the Octagon podcast. So if you're not watching this on YouTube on Sunday night, make sure that you're finding it on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Monday morning on your drive into work. Listen and let's talk about some of the upcoming fights and the things that we just watched, UFC Seattle. Leave us a comment on Spotify. Let us know what your thoughts were on that stoppage between Henry Cejudo and Song Yadong. Let us know your thoughts and what you're most excited for on some of those new announcements.
Dude, this is the craziest tweet I've read about UFC Seattle right now. I just got to throw this on the podcast. It's hilarious.
This would be great to end it, yeah.
This dude says, Henry Cejudo is soft. Song Yadong fights every fight with half his eyes closed, but Cejudo couldn't continue. Sad to see. That is fucked. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude.
You know how they got the FOV slider in Warzone?
Yeah.
And you know what it does, right? So, yeah, somebody said that Song Yadong was playing on 180 FOV. Anyway, that's it for us. We're out of here. Enjoy
I
it.
love
Over
it.
the Octagon podcast. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like the video, turn on automatic downloads on the audio-only channels. Follow us on all the social medias. Links are in the description. Peace and love. We love you. We out.